Welcome back, everyone. So California is officially the first state to ban racial discrimination based on natural hairstyles.
The Crown Act gives people a choice on how to wear their hair, and it applies to workplaces and schools.
So we sat down with a stylist to talk about why this act is so important for many women. It's really hard to believe that California is the first state in the country to pass a law like this, and it is really such a huge deal for women, especially African-American women who face discrimination just based on the texture of our hair.
Yes, we're talking about a Eurocentric beauty standard. We're at Hair Play right now in San Francisco because Fritz Clay is really a mastermind behind natural hair. Fritz, you've been behind the chair for 35 years. You've heard stories from your clients. We have our own stories. That's what we're here to talk about today.
Yes.
And go to the bowl.
That's right.
Watch Kumasi here.
All right.
Let's do it.
Yes. We are freeing the curls.
Why has it been so long that we're landing to this place? I have clients that only wish they can wear their hair natural or like they do on vacations with their braids or styling, but this, and they look so amazing, but they say, I can't wear this to work.
I never thought that I would be wearing my natural hair on air, like ever. I was working on TV in Florida. I got a relaxer. It was too strong, and my bangs fell out. And I said, this cannot happen on air. And I didn't really know what to do. So I got extensions. I got like sew-ins. So that's like when you have like fake hair and you sew it in. The more it grew out, the more I started to see my natural curl pattern, to your point. Like, you're like, oh, this is my hair. I think I can wear this. And so I started wearing it and thinking that I would grow it out, but never for TV, because I had a consultant, and the consultant was like, oh, have you ever thought about wearing a wig? So I started wearing a wig, and all this time my natural hair was growing out, but every day when I was at work, I'd have that wig on. And then every day when work was over, I'd snatch that wig off. It just did not feel like I was being authentic. I was not being my true self. And so I remember I sat down and I asked my news director at the time, you know, this is my natural hair. I really want to wear that. And she was like, well, I never said you couldn't wear it. So when she said that, I was like, yes, when can I start? And I started wearing my natural hair on air. And it was a little bit scary because I didn't know how the audience would react. But when I did it, people were so happy. They were so excited for me.
I was studying broadcast journalism in undergrad. So by about junior year, I'm working on my reel, which is a tape that you make so that you can get a job in television afterwards. And they want your hair to be consistent, is what my professors would tell me. They also didn't outwardly say you need to wear your hair straight, but it was definitely encouraged. It definitely was something that I saw everyone else doing. When I look on TV and see other black women, everyone had their hair straight. So I wore my hair straight. And then what happened? I got a job with no problem, versus some of my classmates that did choose to wear their hair naturally or maybe in braids and a much harder time. I chose to wear my hair straight, but it is in its natural state when it's wet. However, I have now gone through years of straightening my hair with heat.
Yeah, like a flat iron.
And this is damaged. The back of my hair, probably when you wash it, does maybe something similar to Kumasi's hair, but the front right here, which is what everyone sees all the time, so when you go on TV and you gotta fix it and you put it down and you put it down, there's so much heat damage. And it is something that upsets me because it is a choice that I made. I'm not saying that anyone strong-armed me into making me wear my hair straight. And I love to wear straight hair sometimes. And I love to wear my hair in braids. And I love to wear my hair in a bun. What I don't think people understand is that there was this deep pressure to wear my hair this way. We can't say that this type of discrimination won't happen, because it will, obviously. But if you know that that's what happened, you can at least be like, well, hey, there's a piece of paper now that says that that is not okay. It's wrong.
Yes, and I think that's the best part of this law now. There's some support for women to say, you can't do this.
Right.
Yeah.
And
That's who I am.
the options, versatility,
Yes.
embracing whatever your choice is. And I'm glad that we were able to establish that there's nothing wrong with wearing your hair however you choose, but to have the ability and have something there that can protect you.
You two started such an important conversation. Kudos to you. By the way, you look beautiful no matter how you wear your hair.
You.
But I'm also interested in how much does it cost, right, to maintain your hair? To have it straight.
We talked about that, and unfortunately, you know, TV, we have to keep it short. I mean, it can cost more than $250 for me to do my hair on one visit, depending on what I get done. I mean, it's very expensive to maintain, especially straight hair.
And the time.
And the time.
Right.
So, I mean, yeah, like people ask what I do when I get ready for work. I go to bed at night and I do something called wrapping my hair, where I wear a silk scarf at night, where I put bobby pins in my hair so that I can maintain my curls if I'm wearing it curly for that week. And it takes about an hour for me to get ready for bed versus maybe a lower maintenance. But natural hair is not that easy either.
It's not. And that's why I like short natural hair.
Yeah.
Maintenance, because the longer it gets, it's just as much work. But just to your point, just to be able to have options and know that you won't be discriminated against or even penalized.
Right.
People have lost jobs, sources of income because of how they choose to wear their hair. So I hope that doesn't happen anymore.
Plus, I just like that Kamasi and I can talk about our favorite barbers.
We can.
That's another thing we have in common.
You guys, thanks for sharing that.
That was a great story.
Thanks, guys.
All right.